Good afternoon. Actually, it's really good evening. Welcome back to the farm. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a busy couple of weeks. My conference was really good, but I came home to 98-degree days and con crud, which I'm still recovering from, and some sad news. While I was away, while both Morgan and I were away, something took the babies and the mama hen. We don't know what. They were fine Wednesday night. Josh and Avery saw them scratching around in the yard when they went to collect eggs in the evening. And when Morgan got home at 2 o'clock the next day, all he found was one little chick body and no sign of anything else. No feathers, no marks, nothing. Which, the only thing I can think is that it was a hawk. Usually hawks won't mess with a bird the size of Mama, but I'm thinking that she was defending the chicks and it decided to take her instead, or as well. If it was a raccoon or a fox, we would see feathers. I've seen that before where a fox took a chicken and there was just a line of feathers and feathers and feathers going on for yards and yards and yards. We never did find them, but but we certainly knew where they'd been. So that was very sad. And then Monday night after I got back, I was at my pottery class and got a call from Morgan that Big Tony had screamed. And I instantly knew what it was. As I said, we were having a 98-degree day, and dark-furred rabbits don't do well in the heat. And we had given him shade, but his water bottle was not in the shade, and he wanted to sit near his water bottle reasonably enough. So he got overheated. And with rabbits, you don't know anything's wrong until it's too late to do anything about it. So literally from that moment, it took about 10 minutes before he passed. So we have also lost Big Tony. Those are our first deaths on the farm, and I'm trying to be pragmatic about it. The saying goes that when you have livestock, you have dead stock. And it's not the first time we've dealt with it, but it's the first time here. And especially with the chicks, because I was so excited about having my own farm-bred chicks on the farm, to lose them really hurts. So needless to say, I didn't feel like doing a whole lot last week. But it's a new week, and Josh is off work all this week, so I can make use of him. And Crow and Ken and Taylor are all coming up tomorrow for at least 4 days. Ken and Crow are staying Tuesday to Friday. Taylor's staying till Sunday. So I'll have lots of extra hands to get some work done here. So I'm trying to get some stuff started and get my groove back. Obviously, the weather is going to limit over time how much we can do. But right now we're in the 70s, and even I think Wednesday it's supposed to get down into the 60s as the high. So it's a good time to get some work done. I did not record this, but I did do an inventory of the orchard up front by the gardens. I mowed it all down, I weed whacked it all, I weeded the beds that the trees were in, and figured out what I've lost and need to replace, and what is actually still growing just was buried under weeds. And surprisingly, out of the 7 grapevines that I have, I only lost one. And it was one of my Stark Brothers ones. So is Stark Brothers worth it? If that's all you can get, absolutely. And I know people have had really good luck with Stark Brothers. I prefer to buy as much as I can from people locally. Now, I say that all of my fruit trees I get from Fedco, but I'm up here in the upper orchard to figure out how many of these trees I've lost. And a lot of these are Fedco trees. So, and I think I've lost a lot of them. So we'll see. I did, of the fruit trees, I lost 2 apple trees and a blueberry bush, which for that orchard, I don't feel is too bad. I've got the bare root trees that I got from Fedco this year, and I got a couple of trees, potted trees that I got from Story's greenhouse. You remember, way back in May. And they're just sitting in their pots, happy as clams, leafing away. So those, I'm going to put those first in the garden orchard, and then the rest will come up here, and then we'll see what else we need. I also, you might remember, I got all of those bales of straw from Shelley. Thanks again, Shelley. They're great so far. So I'm using those to mulch around the trees to do weed suppression and water retention. So hopefully that will help some of these as well. So I'm out here, as you saw, I just mowed everything. You wouldn't believe that it's only been 3 weeks since I was up here mowing. I really could use some sheep because this grass, once we get all of the brush down, the grass that comes back is really good and would be a really good place to be running ruminants. But that is not for this year and not until I figure out the water situation. So I do have somebody who is potentially going to come and brush hog everything for me next month, like late July, mid to late July, just because I want to have this all cleaned up before anything really gets solid. But that's for then. This is now. I'm not going to do all these trees, but I'm going to clean up a couple of them until I run out of steam because, again, I don't feel well and I left my water bottle at the house and I'm not going to go all the way back to the house. But I've got 1 bale of straw, and if I can go through all of that, then I will consider this a good day. So let's see what we got. it's not too bad. And it's not too bad. I have lost 2 fruit trees, a cherry and a pear. And I think there was something that was supposed to be in with one of the currants. The one that my hand slipped and I accidentally weed whacked. But enough leaves were left that I'm hoping it'll come back. But all of the shrubs are doing okay. They just were weedy. So once I dug them out of the weeds and mulched them, hopefully they'll do better. I don't expect anything off of them this year, but hopefully next year. But this, I want to say this was good, but this, the 2 that are alive are the 2 that Morgan and I put in this year. So everything I planted last year, and from what I looked at on the other side, which is where most of those are all too. So, but I'm out of steam and I need to get more hay anyway. So I'm going to call it here for tonight. We'll see if we can get the kids up here and get the rest of this done tomorrow. I also am hoping to get the shoveling done in the garden this week. And Crow really wants to work in the chicken coop and the rabbitry. So we're going to work on getting the chicken coop cleaned out because I still haven't cleaned it out for the year. It's fine. The deep litter bedding has worked great. And we need to put new roosts in so there's enough room for everybody. The ladders have worked fine for the 10 to 12 that I've had this year. It was a little crowded when I had 20. So I'm going to be putting 9 more chickens in with the 9 that I have. So that brings us back up to 18. So we need some more space for them to roost at night. So I've got wood for that, and Crow is committed to getting that done. So those are the projects for this week. Plus I have a list. I just have a laundry list of things that need to get done, and I'm constantly adding to it because that's the nature of the beast. When you're working on a farm, there's always something to do. So I guess come back tomorrow and see what we get up to. Good night. Morning. Welcome back to the farm. The farm fairies have been at work. Josh and Morgan and the kids all got out and finished doing all of the path digging before I could ever get out and film any of it. So I'm not going to complain because I'm so glad that it's done. Now all I have to do is mulch the paths and start building fences. I did get the cover crop seed ordered. That should be coming by the end of the week, so then I can get those planted up. The garden is going great guns in a lot of ways. Let's see, I really need to get those tomatoes tied up because they're doing really well. And it looks like we might be getting close on the garlic, but that's probably got a couple more weeks before we're going to do anything with that. My bok choy all bolted because it's been so hot here off and on. But otherwise, it's not the garden I wanted, but it's not bad. Of course, I think I said that last year too, didn't I? So we've got a couple of projects that various members of the household are currently working on. Crow wanted to do something for the chickens, so they are working on some scrap wood prep to fix the goat stand in the chicken run. So that thing, the top of it is all rotted through, so if it rains it just goes right through. And the girls like to sit on top of that, but there's so many holes in it now that they can't really do that. So we've got the old sheet of plywood that was the deck of the bridge. So they've been taking all the screws out of that
And we're going to put that on the top there and just screw it down and let them have what they need. In case you can't tell, I am so very sick. I picked up something, a summer cold of some kind, probably when I was at my conference last week. And I'm on so many kinds of cold medicine right now. I'm not sleeping great at night. So I'm not hitting on all cylinders. But I do want to get some projects done. A, while the kids are still here, and B, it's our long weekend for 4th of July. So I've got some extra time to get some of this work done. My project is adding grommets to this tarp so that we can properly cover this tractor to get it in the run, so we can start introducing the other chicks, not so chicks anymore, they're teenage chickens now, start introducing them into the flock. If you remember, when we had this out earlier this spring for doing purebred eggs, we had a real problem with weather getting into the tractor. So we're going to do something a little different by strapping the front edge of the tarp tighter to the tubing on this. It's going to go all the way down both sides. So instead of just the one side like we had before, it's going to cover both sides. And then we're just going to origami what's left on the back, unless it's really extreme, in which case then I will cut the tarp down. But I'd rather not cut the tarp if I don't have to, because then we can reuse it for other things. So this will be closed on 3 sides, so they'll be protected from the weather, because they're still babies, and this is going to be their first time out on grass. So they're not as tough as the Sussexes were, so we want to make sure that they're protected well enough. We figured out how we're going to do the roosts using cinder blocks, so that's going to be easy to get set up when we get ready to do that. So I'm hoping to get them out probably tomorrow, just because I need to go take a nap. Yeah, my brain is shutting down, so I'm going to leave that there, and we'll see how we get this done. Yeah, we'll put some duct tape on it. There we go. obviously turn it to face in. All right, well, we beat the thunderstorms. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch. I'm sure it's a warning now because we've been hearing rumbles and getting a little bit of misty. But we have the tractor all set up. We just need to get the planks to put in. We brought some cinder blocks in.
That way.
The chickens aren't the only things in my life that are chaotic. We've got to get the planks in. We put cinder blocks in there to support a couple of planks that we'll use as roosting bars for them this time. So they'll have a little more stability than we did with the logs and the ladder for the Sussex when we had the two groups divided. So that we'll put in tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to move all the chicks out of the shed into the tractor, and Xena. Xena will come with. And they'll spend a couple of weeks in the tractor getting used to being on grass because these babies have never seen grass before, and so that should be interesting. And for the other chickens to get a chance to get used to them. So now I have a bunch of tarps I've got to fold. All right, we're done for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's moving day for the chickens. If you can get one or two, that'd be even better.
I have a chicken.
Can't be the door. And these other pieces we can use when rebuilding the goat stand.
Yeah.
And move it back more.
Chickens escaping.
Oop. Back.
There's one over here.
She'll be back, don't worry.
Alright, move it back my way.
Yes. A little bit more. We don't want them pooping on each other, but we also don't want to take up too much of their floor space. All right. Yeah, so that should give them plenty of roosting space.
I love how they just let me put them on the roost. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so step one is accomplished. The chickens are out of the coop, which of course now means I gotta clean the coop out. But that's okay. And it's probably not happening today. I'm still not feeling great, but with the extra help here, we were able to get that done. Plus it's fun chasing chickens around. So that's task one for today. Oh, by the way, happy 4th of July. For those of you who haven't done it lately, maybe go read the Declaration of Independence and remind everybody what this day is all about. The other task that I want to get done today is I want to get the main paths in the garden mulched. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to lose half of my labor around lunchtime. Ken and Crow are going to head home. Taylor's going to stay an extra couple of days, but and I need to take a nap because the cold medicine is wiping me out. So we're going to leave the old chickens running around the yard. Somebody is very proud of themselves for laying an egg. I can't find the egg, but they're very proud of themselves. Maybe Crow claimed it already. And we'll leave the littles to get used to their new home, and we'll come back out here in a little bit. All right, change plans. I don't feel well enough to shovel anything, so we are not going to do the mulching today. Maybe tomorrow. But I don't want to waste this absolutely beautiful, perfect day. It's like 70 degrees here. It's perfect. So what we are going to do, oh, shut that door. What we are going to do is we are going to make the chickens very happy by fixing the goat stand. Whoop, that thing. It has all these holes in the top, which I'll show you in a minute. So we are going to, hello. Can I help you? So I think I told you, Crow and the kids were pulling all of the screws out of this board. So Taylor and I are going to dismantle the top of that, get rid of all the dead wood, cut this down to size, and reattach it. Hopefully this isn't going to take a whole lot of effort, but you know how these things go. They always spiral out of control. So let's see what we can get done. Go ahead. No. Just get under the board. Right up. want to screw it down first on the other side so it doesn't move?
I don't think it's gonna move.
Okay, well.
It just feels like too much effort. Let's just screw it in.
Alright,
And if I don't like it later, then I'll cut it off later.
exactly. Nothing is set in stone.
Right.
Literally, this is wood.
All right.
Also, 2.5 inch nails.
Perfect. Well, again, I don't think I'm gonna go gonzo on this.
No, they're not going to be trying to destroy that. Fair.
All right. There's this much of an overhang here. There's an underhang here.
Interesting.
Is it even on that side?
No, but it's like maybe half an inch off from that side to this side.
This end is definitely narrower than that.
Yeah.
All right, no. All good.
Yeah. Okay. Chickens.
No, yeah. We should have it the other way around. Except I'm running out of space.
Okay.
Oh, push, 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 push. There we go. Got it. There. Sliding might have been optimistic.
All right. Let's dot our I's and cross our T's.
All right, so we're going to slide it towards you.
Okay.
Okay, that should be good.
I think it needs to come over slightly. Yeah.
Yeah,
this way.
okay. So I'm a little bit over here and not much over here.
Perfect here. Little.
Little. All right. Let's push it that way a little bit. Enough. All right, let's try this again.
So the right side, we aligned it.
Anything else I'm forgetting?
I think it's, yeah, that's the less squishy side, which is good to be screwing the less squishy side down.
Well, and I put more of an overhang this time.
Okay. All right, I think we're good.
All right. Do it twice, do it right.
Do it twice at once, that's okay.
You want to grab the rest of those screws?
Rest of screws.
There you go. Yeah, push down from the top. Yeah, you get better leverage on your knees. See how that end of that is
A tip?
yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I wasn't screwed in either.
Hold this.
Yes, I absolutely. All right, so first rule of homesteading is if you can't do what you planned, do something else. And we did something else. So the chickens should be happy. That step is fixed, and now it's easier for me to sit on if I want to sit and talk to you guys. We haven't seen any of the chickens come to check it out except to see what we were doing. The other thing we did do is we weeded out the 2 hazel trees that I've got in here. So those are cleared up.
And I'm now feeling lightheaded, so I'm going to go in and sit down. I don't think I'm going to get out to do anything else this evening. So if not, come back tomorrow and see what we get up to next.